The Rick Scott is perfect.
With flashy campaign ads and an estimated total cost of $3.67 billion, these are projected to be the most expensive midterm elections ever.
This is how I'd look from a government drone.
And this is what I think about it.
But what are the midterm elections? Well, simply put, they are elections that are held during the middle of a president's 4-year term. So, 2 years after the president has been elected, midterms. People vote for senators, members of the House of Representatives, state governors, and a load of other stuff we're not really going to get into here. The midterms can serve as an indication of how a president is performing. And this time, the big news is expected to be joy for Republicans. The grand old party is hoping to win the Senate, and they just might. They currently have 45 Senate seats and need 51 to secure a majority. Republicans have lined up the states where they think they can kick out existing Democratic senators and are campaigning hard. If the Republicans do win the Senate, then they'll have control of both houses of Congress. And that would mean, well, mostly things would be the same. Only more so. The Republicans who currently control the House of Representatives have already been blocking Obama from doing pretty much everything he'd like to do. If they had the Senate as well, then they'd be able to do even more of that. They'd also then be able to stop him from appointing people to key posts and force more fights over things like the debt limit and government shutdowns. But it's politics, so who knows what could happen.
I'm Joni Ernst. I grew up castrating hogs on an Iowa farm.
The 2014 midterms mark Obama's last election in office, but he's largely been kept out of the limelight. The president's approval ratings are pretty poor in general, but in some of the key states where the Democrats really need to win Senate races, they are toxic.
You are anti-Christ! You are anti-Christ!
He won't be going anywhere near Louisiana, for example, where Democratic Senator Mary Landrieu is facing a tough battle to keep her seat, and where almost 60% of voters disapprove of the job Obama is doing.
Hey, Louisiana, Bibles and guns brought us here.
In fact, the president will only visit states that he comfortably won in the 2012 presidential election, and not even all of those. But Barack shouldn't take all this too personally. The only two-term president not to have cost his own party seats at this stage? Bill Clinton. One interesting thing about the midterms, by the way, no one votes in them. Well, not no one exactly, but certainly not very many people. In the 2008 presidential election, for example, 57.1% of eligible people voted. 2 years later, in the midterm elections, just 36.9% voted. The pattern has been repeated since the 1840s. Young people, minorities, and single women, all of whom tend to lean Democratic, are among the least likely to vote in the midterms. The most likely to vote? Older, whiter men, who tend to vote Republican.
It's not enough that everybody just has the right to vote. Those votes have to count equally. Now, America's congressional districts are deliberately designed for partisan advantage, which brings me to this swamp